All right, today we're going to do something a little different. We are diving deep into Zillow's latest earnings call, but we're skipping right past the polished, prepared remarks. We're jumping straight into the action, the analyst Q&A. This is where you find out what's really on the minds of Wall Street, and it tells us a ton about Zillow's real strategy.
You know, the official presentation is one thing, but the Q&A, that's where the real story unfolds, is where analysts get to poke and prod at the strategy, question the assumptions, and really try to figure out what makes the company tick. So by looking at their questions, we can piece together the key pillars of Zillow's future growth. So first up, the area that analysts immediately honed in on was Zillow's rentals business, and for good reason. This thing isn't just a side project anymore, it's an absolute powerhouse that's really starting to drive the whole train.
36%. Let that sink in for a second. That's the year-over-year revenue growth for rentals. I mean, in a housing market that's been kind of sluggish, a number like this just jumps off the page. It's the kind of thing that makes everyone in the room sit up and ask, okay, what is going on here?
And here's what makes it even crazier. The growth isn't just strong, it's actually speeding up. Look at this. It went from 33% in the first quarter to 36% in the second, and their outlook for the next quarter is over 40%. This is what acceleration looks like, and it's exactly why investors get so excited and analysts start digging for answers.
So why does this matter so much? Well, it's all about the size of the prize. The CEO put it really simply on the call. For every single person looking to buy a house in a year, there are about 3 people looking for a new place to rent. It is a gigantic market, and Zillow is trying to build that one-stop shop for renters that just hasn't existed before. So how are they pulling this off? Well, it's this brilliant flywheel effect. Their multifamily revenue is just exploding, up 56%. They've got more properties listed than ever before, which means they have the best inventory. And then, and this is key, they're partnering up with others to expand their reach. So more listings bring in more renters, which of course brings in more property managers. It just keeps feeding itself. Okay, let's switch gears from rentals over to the for sale side of the business. The next big thing analysts were grilling them on was a premium product they have called Zillow Showcase. The big question was, is this just a cool feature or is it actually moving the needle? Well, the numbers tell a pretty clear story. A year ago, Showcase was on only 1% of new listings. Then it hit 2% last quarter, and now it's at 2.5%. Now, you might think that's still a small number, but what analysts are seeing is that accelerating curve. That's the classic sign of a product that's really starting to find its footing in the market. So what even is Showcase? It's way more than just better photos. Think of it as a whole media package for house. You get these cool interactive floor plans, and they even have this new drone video feature called a Sky Tour. It's all about making a listing feel immersive and making it pop. But here it is. This is the answer to the real question analysts had. Why are agents paying extra for this? This quote from the CEO just nails it. The real value for an agent isn't just selling that one house a little faster. No, it's about walking into their next listing presentation and using Showcase as their secret weapon to win more business. It's a tool for growth. Okay, let's get into what is probably one of Zillow's most important and, let's be honest, most complex strategies. It's something called enhanced markets, and analysts are always trying to get a clearer picture of what it all means. The question seems simple enough, right? But the answer really lays out the entire roadmap for where Zillow is headed. What exactly are they doing in these markets, and why are they betting the farm on this model? Here's the big idea. Zillow is shifting from being just a place you look for homes to being the place where the deal happens. In these enhanced markets, they take the most serious buyers, connect them directly with top-tier agents, and plug their own mortgage company, Zillow Home Loans, right into the whole experience. It's a huge move from just selling ads to actually integrating the transaction. And the scale of this thing is massive. Right now, about 27% of all their customer handoffs are happening inside this new model. But look at the goal. They want that number to be 75%. They are fundamentally rewiring the entire company, market by market. So when analysts asked about how fast this is all happening, the company laid out this really deliberate 4-step playbook. They're not just flipping a switch. They go in, they find the absolute best agent teams, they get them set up on their software, they hire their own loan officers, and then they measure everything. It's very high tech, but also very high touch. And this number right here, this explains why they're being so methodical. It takes about 1 full year for a new market to really mature and start showing positive financial results. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term play to completely transform how we buy houses.
Okay, so this all leads to the biggest puzzle that analysts were trying to piece together. We all know the housing market has been pretty much flat. So how in the world is Zillow posting such impressive growth?
I mean, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? The broader real estate industry is chugging along at what, 1 or 2% growth? Meanwhile, Zillow's for-sale business grew by 9%. They are not just riding a wave, they are creating their own. They are actively taking market share. So how are they doing it? Well, it comes down to being really smart with their money. They are pouring gasoline on the fire in the areas that are exploding, like rentals and mortgages. But at the exact same time, they are keeping a super tight lid on their fixed costs. Those only went up 3%. It's a masterclass in spending money where it counts. And finally, you knew it was coming. No earnings call is complete these days without a big conversation about AI. Analysts really wanted to know, is Zillow's AI talk just hype, or is it actually creating real value right now? Well, Zillow came back with a pretty solid number, 2 million. That's the number of AI-powered smart messages that have gone back and forth between agents and clients just since the feature launched in June. So yeah, this isn't some science project for the future. It's already happening at a massive scale. And this point is so critical to understanding their strategy. Zillow doesn't see AI as a way to replace agents. They see it as a tool to empower them, to give them superpowers. The AI handles all the tedious stuff, the follow-ups, the scheduling, so the human agent can focus on what they do best, building relationships and closing deals. Which leaves us with this final, massive question. As Zillow's AI makes good agents great, and great agents almost superhumanly efficient, you have to ask, are we watching the very role of the real estate agent get redefined right before our eyes? Now that's the billion-dollar question that's going to shape this industry for years to come.